All righty. This court is back in session and we are calling Philip Sanders. Case number SP 135-04531. Philip Stanley Sanders, driving while unlicensed. Count 2, driving 6 to 10 miles over the speed limit. And count 3, no proof of insurance. Mr. Philip Sanders, if you're in the virtual courtroom, please say your name for the record.
Philip Stanley Sanders.
Mr. Philip Stanley Sanders, were you able to connect with your video, sir, or no?
I'm not able to connect with the video for some reason. It's telling me that allow Zoom to access your camera from device menu settings.
That should allow you to connect.
He would have to go through the settings on his iPhone.
Yeah.
But
All right. Okay, for the record, Mr. Barrow, your appearance.
yes, Attorney Ali Barrow, PA 5907, appearing on behalf of Mr. Sanders.
All right, sir, how do you wish to proceed?
Your Honor, we do have an offer by the prosecutor, which will dismiss ticket ending in 3-1, ticket ending in 3-3, and plead responsible to ticket ending in 3-2, which is a civil infraction, and I do have the authority to enter into that agreement.
All right, sir. On behalf of your client, the court will accept your plea of responsible to count 2. We will not need to swear Mr. Sanders in, rather, or to take a factual basis to the civil infraction. We merely need your plea on behalf of your client, sir, to responsible for driving 6 to 10 miles over the speed limit. Mr. Barrow, are you pleading responsible to that charge?
Your Honor, I do have the authority to plead responsible on behalf of Mr. Sanders.
We will dismiss the remaining 2 matters previously read into the record. The fine is $135, payable within 14 days. Mr. Sanders, are you able to pay that $135 within that 14-day time frame?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, sir. That can be paid online, 36districtcourt.org, on the DivDat app, or in person on the first floor of the courthouse. You may disconnect from the hearing.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a good day.
All right, sir. And we're going to bring in Ms. Carlene Smith. Ms. Carlene Smith. Case number SP 129-49541. Carlene Lerone Smith, no insurance. Count 2 of that same ticket, disregarding an officer's signal. Ms. Smith, I need you to please be still if you can and say your name for the record.
Carlene Smith.
Thank you. Who's representing Ms. Smith?
Good morning, Ali Barrow, appearing on behalf of Ms. Smith, Your Honor.
And how's Ms. Smith proceeding?
Your Honor, there is an offer in which Ms. Smith would like to avail herself to, which would dismiss count 1 and plead her guilty to count 2.
All right, Ms. Smith, you've heard the representation of your lawyer. Are you in agreement with that representation?
Yes, I do agree.
Ms. Smith, were you advised of your right to a trial?
I'm sorry.
Were you advised you have the right to a trial?
Yes.
If you were to have a trial, normally it would take place inside of the 36th District Court. But because of the pandemic, the courthouse is closed to the public. And so you have agreed to participate on the Zoom technology today. Is that right?
Yes, I have.
Ms. Smith, did you have an opportunity to speak to your attorney about all of your rights?
Yes, I have.
Did anyone threaten you, force you, or promise you anything in exchange for your plea?
No.
Are you pleading guilty of your own free will?
Yes.
Are you pleading guilty because you are actually guilty?
Yes.
And do you understand that by pleading guilty, you will be waiving or giving up your right to a trial?
Yes, I do.
Ms. Smith, please raise your right hand and be sworn. Ma'am, do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give is the truth to the best of your knowledge and belief?
Yes, I do.
You may lower your hand. Ms. Smith, on the date, the time, and location indicated in the ticket ending in 49542, were you in the city of Detroit
Yes, I was.
driving a motor vehicle?
Yes, I were.
What did you do that makes you plead guilty to the charge of disregarding an officer's signal?
I lost someone in my family and I was kind of spiraling out of control. So I do admit my actions. I was speeding a little bit and that what happened.
So the officer was trying to pull you over and you didn't pull over?
It took me about a half a block, a
Miss-
couple like streets down until I did pull over. Yes.
All
Smith,
right.
yes, sir,
The
no.
court will accept a guilty plea, being satisfied with the factual basis. Were you satisfied? I'm sorry, Mr. Barrow. Were you satisfied with the factual basis?
Yes, Your Honor, satisfied.
All right, and the court will also accept the recommendation to dismiss count 1. The fine for disregarding officer's signal is going to be $200. We will give you 30 days to pay. 30 days to pay, ma'am. Is that going to be enough time?
Yes, it'll be enough time.
Okay, any questions, Ms. Smith? You can pay that online, 36districtcourt.org, online on the DivDat app, or in person on the first floor of the courthouse.
Okay, I have no questions. I just
Oh.
want to thank you for everything.
All right, ma'am, and I'm sorry about the loss of your family member, and you may disconnect from the hearing.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you. Now, Mr. Barrow, I still see Ms. Schufer.
Yes.
Shall we bring her in?
Well, Your Honor, before we do, at your discretion,